you so much for coming, everybody. It's really, really lovely that you're here. So don't feel like you have to move. Just feel free to just stay laying however you are, or if you want to sit up, we're just going to bring your hands, we'll put all your fingers next to each other and we're going to just tuck them under your armpits so that your thumbs face upwards, and you just have all your fingers together just to create like one surface area that's coming underneath your armpits. So you can do that if you're laying down or seated, whichever is most lovely for you right now. And just let your awareness feel into your hands, sensing inside your hands. Just noticing how your breath gently, it's very subtly, gently moving in your body, how your body kind of moves towards your hands with your inhalation, and it just moves back towards center with your exhalation. Letting yourself just tune in. Just noticing whether both sides feel equal, and maybe they do, and so you just leave your hands as they are. But sometimes one side feels kind of just a bit more dominant than the other, and if that is the case, just notice which of your arms is underneath, because we're only going to just move one of your arms. So we'll just move the underneath arm out and just wrap it over on top of the other arm. And rest in again, just feeling like the weight of your arms as you let your elbows relax downwards. Just kind of feel how it's just applying a gentle pressure. And so this gradually starts to create equilibrium. Balancing the pillars of Ida and Pingala. Energy channels in our body that correspond to our nostrils. When we balance the right and the left side, start to experience a harmony and equilibrium. This naturally brings us into center. And you start to feel that equilibrium, the balance, harmony. Evenness, centeredness. Just bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Feel the touch of your hands together as one at the center of your chest. And we'll set your intention. And we'll join together for one Om. Om. Let your eyes look down towards the ground, and if you're comfortable to, we're going to sit cross-legged, and that provided, of course, that's really nice for you. And so if, we'll just see, if you have any knee or ankle issues and it's not comfy, you can always just put one leg out, because we want it to be nice and easy. And you might want to put a blanket under your bottom, and you may even want to just sit with your back at the wall. Just make sure you've got one ankle in front of the other ankle, so just kind of like line them up. And then we may like to come into a forward bend, but let's just make it so like comfortable and relaxing for you. So you might like to have a block. So we're not trying to like stretch like crazy or anything like that. Okay, we just want to find a lovely, lovely position that you can like feel supported. And that's why you may need this to come up higher, like just get more blocks, like make more of a higher building with more blocks like that. I'll just show you like this, that you can just relax down and let your arms either relax down like that, or perhaps you might like to have your arms kind of more supported. The idea of this is, as I said, it's not to like go to like a really deep stretch by any means. If you feel like you'd like to have that little stretch, that's fine, but not straining. You want to just be like super duper comfy. You can try repositioning the bolster if you like, so that we get support for your forehead. So you don't have to like bring it lower and lower. You could just build the props higher. So just let me help you with that. It's nice if you've got two bolsters actually, because then you could put one like this for your forehead, like that. Try that. Yeah, because we're not trying to get lower and lower, right? In fact, maybe even let's go a little bit higher. Let's just come up a bit more. Is that comfy? Just kind of like sense all around your scalp and the whole of your head, all around your ears. And so you could just imagine as if there's a beautiful, like almost like healing sense of like water washing through your scalp and your skull and around your ears and through your neck. As you breathe out, how you can set that easy kind of sense of as if like washing, clearing, purifying, like a waterfall. And you imagine it's just kind of like washing across the top of your skull, across your scalp. It's kind of freeing between the right and left sides of your skull. Imagine like this beautiful, clear, like magical water washing down through your forehead and your temples and down through the back of your head, all around your ears and down through your ears and your jaw. Imagine that waterfall pouring down through your neck and your shoulders and down through your arms and clearing, washing away any tensions, because they're not really you anyway. It's like just washing that off. This magical healing water, sensing, clearing down through your upper arms and your elbows and your forearms and your wrists and to your hands, washing through, down through your thumbs, second fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, little fingers. And a sense of like washing out, clearing, freeing. These continuous waterfalls pouring, clearing down the skull, inside your skull, down through your neck and throat and shoulders and your arms and past your fingers. And down through your torso, down through your torso, down through your lower back and to your sacrum, down into your bottom, into your pelvis, down through your hips, thighs, your knees, your shins, your ankles, and your feet. Just imagine this continuous waterfall. Little by little, we'll gradually transition to slowly press yourself up, and you might just move your props a little bit because we're just going to switch the order of your legs. So you're going to, If you had the right one forwards, now you'll bring the left foot forwards and we'll come back into that posture. So you're just going to switch one leg around. It comes in front. And you might like to just sit for a little while and just kind of feel that feeling through your body. And perhaps you might like to just start to transition. Just like you're kind of like flowing easily. You know, your body is actually, they say, like 75% or more water. It's like our planet is, it's more water than land, so it's at least 75% water. It's like we're watery beings on a watery planet. And the element of water, they say, is related to the second chakra. It's in the area of the pelvis, in front of the sacrum. And, you know, you've probably heard me say before how the word sacrum, how it corresponds to the word sacred. So it's like this idea of like holy water. And the word sacrum also corresponds to the word sanctify. So this little meditation practice of just imagining this pure water, like magic, sacred energy, just spreading through you, from the top of your head down through your skull, inside the skull, down through your neck and throat and shoulders and arms and hands, down through your torso, down to the sacrum, sacred basin, and down into the hips, down through your thighs and your knees and shins and calves and ankles and feet and your toes. Just slowly, when you're ready to, we'll come to just sit up just for a couple of breaths before we lay down onto your back. So just like let your eyes stay closed and let yourself just feel that feeling through your body. It's like tranquility, like the waterfall. When you feel ready to, we're gradually going to lay down onto your back. So I'm going to move your bolster so it's going to come down the end of your mat like that. And then you could either have your other bolster or your block or a ball handy or a blanket. And we don't want to have too much under your head for this. So we'll maybe have nothing or maybe just one like thin blanket under your head if it's a bit hard. So don't have it too folded up. And then we'll come to lay down. Just like check your positioning so that in a moment when we put our legs out, that'll be just like lovely for you. And then we're going to come back, and you may like to have 2 blocks for this. So in fact, you may just want to lay like that for a moment before we do the next thing. But then when you're ready, if you want to, you might like to put the block or a bolster under your sacrum. And you could, I just want to show you a few things. So we could just stay like that. Eventually we'll come into this in a while. Okay, so you do that just for a moment, just to like get yourself ready to know what to do when I suggest all that. Then we'll take the block out, and we're going to bring the soles of your feet together and your knees come out to the sides like this. And you might like to put 2 blocks underneath your legs, underneath your thighs. Another option is to put your feet onto your block like that. Another option that some of you may like is to have the block under your feet and another block underneath your sacrum. So we're just going to find some variation of a laying down version of Baddha Konasana. So one is that you just have the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, and maybe blocks under your thighs. The other is that you have your feet onto the block and then your knees out to the side. I might just get you to try that if you haven't already done it. That's all good, Daniel. You could try this version where you put your feet onto here and now put your legs out. Is that okay? It's going to like really make it go into the inner groin area. If it's too much, just let your legs, like don't do it with your feet up. It's just that some of us, it's actually better to have, just maybe try this, Lee, just pop that under together. Is that okay? Some of us will find that when our feet are on the block, it'll make it easier in our lower back, but it will be more of a stretch into the inner groin area. So that looks great. You comfy? Yeah. Don't you want the block? Okay. But you've got one. If you've got one under there, you do need to have something under your feet. So you could try it without the one under there if you want. Try that. Is that better? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know this is it's a little bit yin. It's not only restorative. So you may feel it's like a little bit of a stretch, but I would love if you want to try the magical waterfall again. See if you can just imagine and just notice, like, if you do feel it like pulling a little bit into the inner groin, can you let the idea of the waterfall washing through, including through your lower back and into the sacrum, and letting your sacrum rest down, and like be cradled and held. And if that kind of helps you, then we could stay in this position for a while. If it just feels like it's not great for you today, be so welcome to adjust out of it. Just extend your legs out if you wish. Can you just imagine, like a little, like almost like a game. Can you imagine the waterfall washing down your scalp, relaxing through your skull, and your jaw, and down through the back of your skull, so that the middle of your skull just is held by the ground. You're washing through, clearing, freeing your neck and shoulders. Down through your arms and down through your fingers. Imagine that washing, clearing, freeing, all the way down through your torso to your sacrum. Down through your legs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles and your feet, all past your toes. You may like to assist with your hands to bring your legs back again. Take the blocks out and just let your feet just rest down onto your bolster and just let your whole body just relax. Imagine a magical waterfall clearing through your body, all the way from top of your head down through your face and throat and shoulders and upper arms and down to your lower arms and down through your palms and all your fingers. And down through your torso, your chest, down into the lower part of your torso, your abdomen and your lower back, and down to the sacrum. So your sacrum held by the ground. It's beautiful, clearing, freeing waterfall down through your pelvis and your legs, through your hips and down into your knees and down into your ankles, and washing through the feet and your toes and past your toes. Gently put your feet onto the ground when you're ready to, if you'd like to. That feels nice. Or just gradually put your feet down. Just feel the ground under your feet. And we'll kind of just like shuffle your body just a little bit lower on your mat, just a little bit lower down. So you kind of shuffle down a bit. And then when you're ready to, we'll put your feet back onto the bolster. And then we're just going to kind of experiment. You may also still need to go a little closer to the bolster or not. You might need to move back a bit. Just going to experiment. Have your feet apart. And then we're just going to try a few different things, see what feels nice. We'll start off by bringing your 2 knees over towards the left and just see how that feels. See how that feels. Okay, then we're going to come back again, put your knees back up. Then we'll put your left leg, your left thigh over your right one. And then we'll bring both of your knees over towards the left. And just see how that is. Then we'll come back up again and put both feet on the bolster again. And this time we're going to put your right ankle onto your left knee. And you can lift your bottom a little bit over to the right and then bring your knees over towards the left. And just position so that you have your left ankle and your left shin and your left knee on the bolster and your right foot onto the bolster. And you may even like to bring your other bolster around and pop it underneath your thigh, your right leg. So just see, does that feel nice, or did you prefer one of the other ones? If you preferred it with the left leg on top, just try that and see, is that better? So you're just kind of experimenting to find what is the loveliest position for you now to then bring your arms out to the sides. So you're letting, kind of like rolling over with your hips to the left maybe a little bit and letting your right shoulder just rest into the ground. And then you can just, if it feels nice, you can kind of like gently rock your head a little bit like side to side. And as you do that, just letting any tension just dissolve away completely out of your neck. And then just find whatever position's loveliest for you to keep your head, maybe just with the back of the head on the ground, or maybe you feel like rolling it over towards the left, or maybe over towards the right. But just with the idea as though, you can still have the feeling of the ease of like the waterfall, like washing down, freeing down through your back of your body. And if you feel like it doesn't feel that way, then just let your own intuition guide you into like the most supportive position for you. And you can imagine the magical water clearing through your arms, down through your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, we'll gently roll yourself back to the center. You can have your feet wide and your knees together for a little bit and just rest there. You can maybe rest one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your belly. Just feeling inside you. True awareness come inside your body, inwards from your hands. And then we can transition to the other side if you wish to. So you can kind of experiment again. So you can try bringing like both of your knees over towards the right, see how that feels. You could try bringing your right leg onto your left leg and see how that feels. Maybe you'd like to have your left ankle onto the right knee and cross, and see how that is. Sometimes it's nice to like have your hands onto your torso as you transition, because sometimes that can help you to know like which is the best one for you today. You might like to leave your hands there for a while, or eventually let your arms relax out to the sides if you wish, and just kind of play with that nice, easy releasing through your neck and shoulders and all around your ears till you find the lovely best position. Just, just kind of experimenting for yourself to find the lovely sense of releasing down through your body, from your head to your toes. Imagine almost like the feeling of like relaxing down through your ear and down through your neck and into your shoulder. So you feel your jaw releasing even more. And eventually we're going to transition into Shavasana. Just take your time. If you want to stay here longer, then please do. You can just your bolster just underneath your calves a little bit. Yeah, is that comfy? Sorry. Yeah, you might like to slide your blanket underneath your neck if you want to. You don't have to, just up to you. As long as you like to get completely comfortable. You might like to again imagine the beautiful, imagine like clearing, freeing all the way down your body, through every finger and every toe. And sense your sacrum. It's resting, being supported and held. all along your spine. Whole head. Deep center. Breath, kind of like waves of breath, kind of like float. Awareness can kind of float. Rise of the in-breath. Wave. The out-breath. Turning to center. You're not a drop from the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. And so you may like to stay in Shavasana, and I really encourage you to if you'd like to. If you'd like to seal our practice, just take your own time if you want to sit up. And just let the Oms wash over you. We can join together for 3 Oms. Om. 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 Namaste. Namaste.